Yeah, you're right. Absolutely. I want unification fight. It's my big tell Miguel because yes, for me very important who the best middleweight division 160 or no Miguel maybe Salman and IBF champ from Australia Sam Salman.
Gennady wants to prove that he's the best middleweight champion. The only way to do that is to fight the other champions. So we would go out and try to make a Sam Solomon fight if it's possible. We can't force anyone to get in the ring. We saw that with the Chavez fight. We agreed to a lot of different conditions to get the Chavez fight. It didn't happen. But, Daniel Geale was a tremendous event here in Madison Square Garden. So to answer your question, that would be one of the goals. If we can't get, I think Abel would agree that Cotto would be at the top of the list right now. Chavez is at the top of Abel's list, but as far as Miguel Cotto being the WBC middleweight champion, I think a fight between Miguel Cotto and Gennady Golovkin at the big arena here in Madison Square Garden, there's no bigger fight that can be made right now in New York City, and that would be at the top of the list for me.
This is close decision. This decision for hard punch. Yeah, I feel a little bit he punched me. I'm ready for a lucky punch, like good left hook. It's a good decision for me.
Just to expand on that,
Yeah, right.
there's no question about Gennady's punching power, but there's also, I think, after tonight, no question about his chin. He was in with one of the biggest punchers, Curtis Stevens, in the middleweight division, and didn't get affected. And after Daniel valiantly and bravely threw a big punch, and Gennady countered it, and there's just nobody that can stand up to his punching power. But it also shows what kind of punch he can take and is willing to take to put on an exciting and impressive performance. And that's really what Abel has instilled with him, is not to outbox someone, but really take the fight to him and do whatever he can, not to look for the knockout, but the way Gennady fights just creates the knockout.
Because I was asking him in between the first and the second round, between the second and third round, to stop searching for a shot, stop looking for his head. I wanted him to go to the body a little more, to the shoulders, and that shot would come. But he was hell bent on trying to knock him out early, and he really wasn't listening. But he did what he thought was best in there, and he's the one that's in there. So all we can do is ask from the outside.
Just this question is for me. I'm ready 100%. I want this fight. I need this fight. I understand my situation. Just maybe I need time for a great show, for biggest fight. Just time, give me time.
Tell you what, just to add to what Gennady's saying, that's really more of a question for Chavez. I know Bob Arum put a big guarantee in front of him, also put a guarantee in case he lost. And Chavez didn't sign the contract, so we don't know all the intricacies of that promotional deal, but we know there was a lot of money on the table. And when he says it's not his time, what he means is he can't force the fight to happen. I can't force the fight to happen. The other fighter has to sign the contract. And so what he means by saying that is just he's going to go step by step. If Chavez won't sign, if Cotto won't fight, we have the commitment from HBO that, and I could probably, where's Peter Nelson? I don't know, maybe I'll let him announce it. Anyway, we have a renewed commitment from HBO that they're going to keep him very active, give him dates. I mean, how can you not? It was my prediction before the fight, and I stand by it, that this will be the highest rated show of any boxing show here in America. And that's a tribute to somebody from Kazakhstan, living in Germany, training in Big Bear, and it's only been less than 2 years to fight here. And it's just the way, the excitement that he brings to the ring, and the fans seeing that he's willing to fight anyone. Again, we can't force him to fight, but that's what the fans appreciate. And it's kind of the Mike Tyson effect in America here that Gennady's bringing to the middleweight division.
Thanks, Gary. Well, tough to add the office, eh? I just want to thank everybody for coming. It was a bit disappointing today. I fought a guy. Everybody's seen he's got immense power, and he caught me with a good shot. So, obviously very disappointed. We had a pretty good game plan going out there. Things were going to plan to an extent, but I guess you make one mistake and you pay the penalty. So, that's what happened tonight. And unfortunately, you can't win them all. But I'll definitely be back. I've had a lot to fight for in this fight, as most people know. My mum's back home, my family's back home, and I had great motivation. So I was a little bit extra disappointed there, but I will be back, and I'll be training harder next time, and I'm not going to let this beat me. He definitely is a guy that's going to be tough to beat. I'm not sure there's too many guys out there that are going to give him too much of a run. So, good luck to the guys that can. I'd love to get my opportunity again one day. I've been boxing 24 years, so I probably would have had guys come back, with a counter punch probably as quickly, but he caught me. He caught me in the right place at the right time. The hands were down. I just caught him. I thought I was safe, but that's what happens in boxing. You get caught, and you're just in the wrong place at the wrong time. I was just so disappointed in myself. I thought I threw a good punch, and I got caught. And I guess in that moment, I was just completely disappointed in myself, and I wasn't thinking. I got up, and in the next minute, I looked around. The referee waved it off. So, I didn't really have much time to work out what was going on at that stage. I don't know. Refs are there to do their job. I'm not a referee, so he definitely caught me. I know that, but whether I could have gone on or not, that's hard to say. I would have liked to have, but I probably made the wrong decision, being so pissed off at myself about getting caught that I looked like that I wasn't right. I guess Golovkin, he's probably had more experience than those guys, especially amateur experience. He's the type of guy that is pretty rounded. He's got good footwork. I think I said all this before. Like we knew what he was about. He's got good footwork. He's got great timing, which means he's going to have great power as well. He's got a good sense, of his distance. He knows, where everybody is at any time. So that makes it tricky. And you make one mistake, which I did tonight, and you pay the price.